Today, I am going to show the program MyDesigns and a tutorial on how to get your print-on-demand products up on Etsy quickly. I'm specifically going to be showing t-shirts, but this program can do anything you want to print on demand on, pretty much. Tote bags, coffee cups, tumblers, stickers. But I basically use it for t-shirts, and you can use it for Etsy, Amazon, Shopify. So it has a lot of features. I'm going to be showing it for Etsy, and I'm going to just be showing the simplest way to get your already made designs up in bulk, up on mockups, up on t-shirts, and straight to Etsy without a bunch of, separate. It all can be organized in MyDesigns and done in MyDesigns, title, tags, descriptions. So that's going to be the point of this video. When you first enter MyDesigns, you're going to go to a dashboard page, which is going to show you just information about MyDesigns and your account, which I bypassed here. The first page you want to click on is the listings page up here in the left corner, where you click on the word listings. That's going to bring you to what you see right here on my screen. After you do that, you're going to want to upload your files. The way you do that is you click up here next to listings, up here on the top. See my little mouse up here? The button that says home. Click on that. This is going to bring you to a place where you organize your files. You keep all your files here. So when you sell a t-shirt like on Etsy, it comes here and it pulls the file, the picture, and sends it to the print provider. And all your stuff is just organized here. So I'm going to make a folder for today, home. And you can do it, you could organize it like by month down here, however you want to do it, to keep it simple for yourself. But I'm just going to put it in the home. This is kind of test things I do anyway. Add a folder. I'm going to do it by date, so February 20th. Add a new folder. And then you go to the folder, open this folder. You click open on the bottom right corner there. It went kind of fast there. I hope you all saw that. But you can see up here you're in the right folder. So home, February 20th. Just check up there and be like, okay, this is the right folder. And you're still like, well, there's nothing there. Click up here on the right, upload files. This is where you're going to drag and drop your files. Now you can do your own design work in MyDesigns. There's a whole section for that. That's not what this video is about today. This video is about just getting your designs onto products and getting them over listed online and get them selling. So I have two designs here that I use from Creative Fabrica just to kind of show how to do this. Now you can load up a bunch of designs here. Look, 2 of 2,000. So you could put up, I wouldn't suggest doing like 100 or anything at first. 10, 5. Just get used to the program. 2, because it takes time to load stuff, the more you have, obviously. But they're fast, so upload all. These are the 2 designs I'm going to do on t-shirts. So you can kind of see it going through. There we go. Next, you can kind of see, okay, here's my listings page kind of. 0 out of 2. You want to click them both so you can edit them both. It's just faster. So they're both got the little check mark in the boxes. This is your toolbar you're going to use most of the time right here where it says Canvas, Mockups, Vision AI. This is where you're going to use a lot of the stuff to edit this stuff. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into Canvas, because if you did the design yourself and you're really good at design work, you probably formatted these already for t-shirts. But if that's not the case and you bought a design or you're using someone else's design that, is free to use, you're probably going to have to edit the size of this. You want to make sure it fits on the t-shirt. Now here's the kind of design area where I was telling you can create your own. They have like fonts and things you can do in here. All kinds of things you can do. But for now, we're going to be clicking on templates because we already have our designs. And then you can kind of see here the t-shirts you can choose, stickers, coffee cups. This is all like the print-on-demand stuff you can really dive into. Now you're going to have an idea of what you want to print on before you get to this page even. But I'm going to do Comfort Colors 1717 shirt. That's just what I like using. So then we click on here. And then it gives you 2 choices for your print provider. If you want to use Printful, Swift POD. I like Swift POD for this one just because you'll see why, but there's more color options and the price is slightly lower. So that's just something you'll learn as you go. You might want to check pricing and stuff on whatever you're printing on and see if one provider is slightly cheaper than the other. So we're going to use Swift POD, front, back, right sleeve, left sleeve. So you can do a lot of design work. We're just going to stay simple with a front design. And then we need to add our design. So we go to Add Listing File. It's up here on the right corner. And we want to make sure you click Add to All. Don't just click Add, because that'll only add the design you're looking at. You want to get all the files added at once. Add to All. So you can see both files and see how they're tiny. Okay. So all we need to do is just kind of get this to fit on the shirt the way we want it to look. We're just going to do, the traditional big front graphic. I'm going to move it up. I kind of like these towards the top. And then we can go to position, just make sure it's centered. So see how the center button is, if it was off center, you could actually click that and move it to the center. The other thing you can do to make things a little easier for yourself, let's say you had 10 or 20 designs here and they were all kind of small and the same. You can sync here. This is like a little trick to kind of, you're still gonna have to check them because some may be bigger and they may go off the print area, but this will get all the designs you'll see. I click sync and you can see this one made itself to that size. So let's see, it's just a little big, so I just move it down a little. So you may have to do some small adjustments, but not too bad. And then when you go through, it saves a little bit of time. Some may be like way off the page, you have to shrink it down, but still in the long run, I think it's a little bit faster. And then the next move is to save these. So I just click save here on the right corner. And I don't want to save it as mockup 1 because you'll see your photos are going to go into the mockup area. So you don't want to accidentally use one of your photo areas to, you don't want to use it to add another file. You want to copy over your main file because you don't need the main file for anything. It's not the right size, and you already have a copy of it usually on your desktop. So main file is where I want these to save. Clicking save, yes, overwrite all files. And then it's just going to save them all. And you're wondering if it's doing anything, it will, because it'll pop up on the screen when it's finished. So far, this is a really great program, and it's pretty fast, everything it does. Okay, so they're all good to go. You can see them right here. Here's our 2 designs. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go to Vision AI. And this is going to write the titles and tags and description for you, which is like the best thing ever here. So you don't have to worry about that. You do have to kind of check it over. And you might want to add some of your own stuff. But so keep everything kind of just clicked here for Etsy. So here's like, if you're doing Amazon merch, these are in beta still, but Shopify, WooCommerce. We're doing Etsy. And I like product features. It'll tell the customer about the product in the description. So I want them to know like comfort colors information. You'll see it pop up here. And then if you have any custom instructions, like some people like to put the wash information here, or just depending on what you're printing on, you might want to add in your own little custom box here, and it'll go in the description area. I'm not going to do anything right now. So generate listing data. Yes. Run. And this pulls stuff from Etsy. So the tags and stuff, it does like a search, and you'll see here it pulls, what kind of makes sense. So title, sorry I'm late, I was dilly-dallying. So yeah, that's perfect. Funny sheep, graphic tee, cute animal design, humor shirt, gift for animal lovers. Okay, I like all that. Funny t-shirt, casual funny shirt, gift for friends. You can check everything. Just say, hey, these all look good. Then in the description, this is going to just have like a paragraph on, just going to write a couple sentences about the graphic and stuff. This is the product features, the comfort colors info I was telling you about. And then had you added, product info, that would have been on here too. And then you can add anything you want. You can, add whatever, wash in cold water or ships in so many days, whatever you want to do. So that all looks great. Next, we are going to add the shirts we want it to be on. So mockups, image mockups. Okay, so we've already done this for the 1717 shirt, but there's a bunch of different shirts here. Bella, you know, whatever you want to end up using, but you want to type in 1717 or whatever you end up using, and then you're going to get choices here. Now, when you go through these, you want to be able to see like the color of stuff. If you click through the ones you're on, there's usually almost always one that's going to show you color. Now, all the other ones here, you can generate preview, but it takes a few seconds for it to load, and it just kind of can slow you up. If you go find the one that already has the color, you can change the colors and see your colors on that one. So that's this particular one here. So when you want to pick your color, don't pick printable colors, because obviously you use Swift POD, so just make sure you scroll down. And then you can kind of just be like, okay, let's see. Obviously, you don't want to use black. So looking for lighter colors, here's an ivy. So you'd be like, oh, I like ivy. And then you could, if you want to save that, you can. But, you know, we're just going to pick lighter colors. I'm not going to show all the colors on here, but you can start looking through colors this way. You can be like, oh, what's it look like on there? Oh, that's kind of cool. But you're going to kind of have your colors set. And the other thing is you want to know, like, let's say I added all black graphics. That would even make this better, because all these are going to be your search for all the graphics. So if you do a bunch of graphics and like some of them are black, some of them are white, don't mix those together, because those are, you usually use different color shirts. So use your graphics that make sense together for the color shirt you want it to be on. Now you can fill out all your colors here at once. So let's go back and make this ivy. You're going to want to write down your colors so you know what you're using. So that's topaz blue. Up here in the left corner, up at the top here, multi mockups. Click that over so you can pick more than one, so you can get all this done at once. So you're just going to want to click on the ones that you want to. So I'm just going to pick some random ones here, but we're going to make hers ivy. You're not going to be able to see her color, so just remember, you want to check the colors beforehand. Ivy. So we got topaz blue, we have an ivy, and let's do this one. Okay, whenever it says that, detected duplicate outputs, it went to 2, but you just want to make sure it goes to 3, because we already had 1 and 2. Sometimes it gets out of order and does that, but it's a quick, easy fix there. And let's go to, let's do orchard. Okay, so then we have orchard for that one. The other thing you can do is you can add your own mockups. So these are public mockups. You can also go to custom mockups. These are ones that I've added. I'm not going to show a video on that because it's kind of complex, but you can, if you guys do want me to make a video on how to do it, let me know and I can do that. But you can, if you have your own mockups, you're going to have to like add this gray area so it knows where the graphic goes on the shirt, but you can do that too. You can use your own mockups. But for now, we're just going to stay at the public ones. Okay, so let's add in one more. You want to make sure you check it so they're all checked. So for some reason, it went to, when you go around pages a lot, so this is actually going to be 4. So let's go to, let's do periwinkle. Okay. And we are going to generate mockups. Generate, yes. So now all these photos are going to load. The other really nice thing is you can do a video mockup here too, which is really fast and just saves you so much time on video making. And what it's going to do is it's going to make a video of basically your mockup photos. So once those load, you can load up the video mockup. Okay, so you can kind of look through them here. Sorry, I'm late. Okay. Next, we're going to do video mockup. And all you do is you just click on the photos that you want in the video. And that's going to add the video. After that, you're going to move on from this page. So that you can see why you'd want all your graphics to go together, because you're going to load all the shirts with the same color shirt at once like this. Okay, there we go. Is it done? Oh, this listing, it still has a couple more down here at the bottom. And there goes the videos. Next, I'll show you at the end something kind of cool where you can actually save your templates. So if you're going to use like the same color shirts every time and you're going to use the same price and the same information, it's not going to put the Vision AI, you'll have to come in, but all of this can be like kind of preloaded for you, like so you don't have to do the next steps I'm showing you. You still have to pick your mock-up shirts, but it saves a lot of time once you do it once. And if you're going to use the 1717 shirt in the same colors, then you can kind of bypass all the stuff I'm going to do next after you set it up the first time, which I'll show you how to do at the end. So publish, these will be where I save those profiles if I was going to do that, but it's just going to be Etsy. And then we're going to type in 1717 here because that's the shirt we used. And then here's where I told you, you kind of want to know your pricing of stuff. I know this just because I've done so many. But Swift POD, the cost of the shirt's $13.97 versus Printful's $14.23. Then also look at all these color choices you have here. So you just have more color options on this particular shirt. It's not always that way, but on this one it is. So Swift POD is what we picked. Here's where it's going to load it up for you. And everything we just did, you actually can do it on this screen. They kind of just made this an option where you can kind of have your mock-ups here, like here. You can go through and add mock-ups, add color. I like to do it all over on the other screen, not only because I learned how to do it, I just like seeing everything right in front of me so I can look over all the graphics at once. But you can do it all right here on this page too. Like I'm going to add this measurement shirt in. So they have this shirt in here. You're just going to want to delete out this unless you did want to use it. I mean, not with black, but with a different color. But so this comfort colors, I'm not going to use it with black. I'm going to use it with ivy. You see how it has a blue line around the black here? You want to unclick that because you don't want black to even be a color option. And then this shows you, okay, we're going to be using ivy as just, this is like the measurement example photo to go in the listing. And then if you want to add any other mock-ups here, like, okay, is there anything else I kind of wish I had added? No. Okay, cool. And then click show additional images. Okay, here's the ones that we already made. So we had these 4. And you need to pick the colors for them. That's why I said if you do a bunch of shirts, you're going to want to write down your colors if it's not something you use all the time. So, you know, it doesn't, I'm not putting this on the store, so it doesn't totally matter, but one was topaz. We have ivy in already, because see down here, you're going to see your colors populate. We had periwinkle and orchard. So periwinkle, there's orchard. Why do I keep thinking that's periwinkle? Periwinkle's like a blue. There it is. Okay. So this lets you see the shirts too and be like, okay, do I wish I kind of had another color added? And you can arrange this any way you want. Then if you do add other colors, you can actually auto-generate another video mock-up that will use these slides instead of the one you used before. But I'm just going to use this one. That's going to be our video mock-up. And see, here's the video. So if I added like a bunch of shirts, I might want to add it into the video thing, but it's not totally necessary. Okay, so then sizing, do you want to do all the sizing options for the customer to 4XL? You can. That's up to you. Okay, looks good. So we want to do populate data. Once again, this is just where the description title had been. Had we not done it on the first screen where we could see it all at once, you could just do it here. Or if you don't like something, you could actually rerun the Vision AI and it will repopulate. Or if you want to add something, this might be a good place. It looks good. Choose pricing. Okay, this is the pricing page. This page you can, once you get it set up for that shirt, like the 1717, and that's the price you want to use, you can save this so you don't have to do it again. So it's kind of, you know, getting your pricing and thinking about this. I edited this so many times the first few times I did it because I learned from my mistakes. First thing you want to consider is just where do you want your pricing to be? Like what kind of profit? So right now we're at no profit. So you can edit size. You can edit, you know, one particular size, or you can do all your sizes first. Color, do you want one size color to be less money for some reason. Like if you were printing these yourself, well, you wouldn't use this for printing yourself, but replace. So set profit. Now you want to think about like how much profit you want to make per shirt. But this isn't going to be your total profit. So I just want to put in $10 to show you guys. Apply to all. This is just to show you, okay, this is where the prices are going to have to be. The shirt costs $13.97. And then it's a little more expensive if you move up to 2XL, 3XL, 4XL. So your prices will change on those. So you have to think, okay, is the customer going to pay $23.97? And all that stuff. This is your profit before Etsy fees and before, like, if you run ads or anything like that. You need to know that this is not going to be $10 in your pocket because you got to take out all those other things. And that's something I kind of forgot when I first started. Then I sold a couple shirts and I was like, oh yeah. So just take that into consideration when you're doing this. The other tip I have for you is, depending, like some of them you might not want the $10 profit. You might want to make this like a price on Etsy, like $19.99 or so, something that just makes sense. Then you can kind of, if you hit the wrong one, it'll change it to them all. So you just got to be careful. The other thing you also want to consider when you're doing the price, this is another thing I had to change around a lot, is if you run a sale on Etsy. So let's say you run a 30% off sale or 28% off. You want to make your pricing reflect that right here before you even list it on Etsy. So, you can set profit and then increase by a percentage. So if you run a sale, it's good 20%. Apply to all. So that's going to change your pricing for you. Like your not profit isn't $14.79 because you're going to be running 20% off. So just remember that, you need to figure all of this out before you just start. And then you have to, just consider what you want pricing to be. If you want to change like one size price, like you want the smalls to be like $18.99, or maybe you want to take a break-even price to get your stuff moving at first, that's all up to you, but you can do that all here. The other thing I like to edit is go to edit options right here. And depending on if your shirt is unisex or not, I like to add this size prefix. It's going to add the word unisex. I just want people to know when they order, this is going to have a unisex fit. So it's going to be like if a woman gets a small, I just want them to know it's going to be a little bit loose. And that's the only thing I usually change on these. So that looks good. Preview publish info is your next button. Click on that. This is where it's going to bring you to the page before you go to Etsy. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, I want to show this here. This is how you would save you could actually do it on the other page, but I'm not going to do it because it's going to show basically all my Etsy stores if I click on it. So save this profile. If you like how this is set up, your pricing, and you got everything you like, you're going to use the same colors because it's going to save your colors. Now, it's not going to save your mock-up photos. You're going to have to go in and kind of pick those every time, but it's going to save all that other stuff. So all those pages you can kind of bypass. You'll just have to run the Vision AI on the tags and the descriptions next time you come in. It's worth it just to get this page saved. So you would just save this as a profile. You would name it, Comfort Colors 1717, number 1, or, something so because you might have one for like white, for black graphics and then white graphics. You're going to have different colored shirts. So you might want to note that if you do something like that. You'll kind of learn that as you go along and do your listings. But you can save the profile right there. So preview publish info. So this is where all your shirts will be. You see it's ready. This is the last stage. You pick your Etsy store here. Who made it? I did. Finished product. Swift POD is the print provider. All this is filled out for you, so you don't have to worry about it. You click your store, and the next page, basically, it's just going to go, it's going to save them, and it's going to bring you back to that listing first page we were on. And these are going to go over to Etsy. They're going to go into your drafts on Etsy. They're not just going to automatically list there. So then you have to go over to Etsy and list them from your drafts. and they'll be up and live. If an item sells, you will manage it all over here on My Designs, and you'll literally just click a button that says order this shirt, and it's all set up, you know, based on the color they pick and the size. There's not a lot you actually have to do besides just get the shirt ordered. And if you start selling a lot, I think you can just automate it. I like to come over and click it just so I can make sure everything looks correct on it. And that's how you use My Designs. I'm actually going to put a link in my description if you want to try out My Designs. And you like this tutorial, I will get a small little commission if you sign up through my link, and I think you get a little free trial. You can try it out. It has so many features. If you want to see other features on here, or you have questions about My Designs, feel free to leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer it. Or I'll try to make a follow-up video if you have an in-depth question. Don't hesitate to put a comment out. And thank you for watching. That's pretty much My Designs t-shirts and getting them up. Thank you very much.